All I ever wanted was to feel close to someone, to finally let someone in, and at first it feels good, warm, safe, like I can finally breathe around someone, but then something shifts. That warmth begins to feel like a threat. Like I'm standing too close to a fire, and even though my heart lines in, my chest tightens, I can't breathe, and I pull away, not because I want to, not because I don't care, but because closeness starts to feel overwhelming. Like I'll lose myself in it, and then comes the guilt, that quiet voice asking, "Why can't you just let them in?" I used to think I was broken, now I understand. It's not about not caring, it's that closeness feels risky. And maybe that's okay. I didn't always know how to explain it, that sudden pullback I'd feel when someone got too close, that tightness in my chest, that voice in my head whispering, "Careful, this won't end well." To the outside world, it looked like I didn't care. Like I was cold or uninterested, but inside I was overwhelmed, panicking, because connection, real connection, doesn't feel soft and safe to me. It feels like I'm standing at the edge of a cliff. And if I take one more step, I might fall. That's what avoidant personality disorder is like. It's not just about being introverted. It's not needing me time or being picky about friends. It's a deep-rooted fear of being seen, of being judged, of being rejected for who I really am. I've learned that people with AVPD often have something in common. They grew up in environments that didn't feel safe emotionally, where love had conditions, where vulnerability was punished or ignored, where expressing yourself came with consequences. For me, it wasn't always obvious. There weren't loud explosions, just quiet moments that taught me. Don't be too much. Don't need anything. Keep your guard up. So I adapted. I built walls. I made myself small. And I convinced myself that if I just stayed quiet, if I stayed out of the way, I wouldn't get hurt. But here's the twist. Even when someone kind comes along, someone who's patient and safe, my system still reacts the same way. My brain says danger, even when my heart says stay. That's the heartbreaking part, because I do want love. I do want closeness. I just don't always know how to feel safe in it. So if you've ever felt this push-pull inside you, if you've ever had to explain why you shut down, right after a beautiful moment with someone, you're not alone. You're not broken, you've just been taught, maybe without words, that closeness is dangerous. And now your nervous system reacts to love like it's fire. But here's the truth that I'm still trying to believe. It's not your fault. What you learn to survive doesn't have to define how you love. And there's nothing wrong with needing time to unlearn fear. People often ask me, if you want love so badly, why do you keep pushing people away? And honestly, I used to ask myself the same thing. But as I began to understand avoidant personality disorder, things started to make sense. Here are 5 things I wish people knew, not just about AVPD, but about what it feels like to live in my mind every day. 1. My self-esteem isn't just low, it's wounded. I don't just feel insecure sometimes. I carry a constant feeling that I'm not good enough, that I'm too boring, too emotional, too flawed. Compliments confuse me. Affection feels like a setup, because deep down, I expect people to leave the moment they see the real me. This isn't about vanity, it's about emotional survival. When you grow up feeling criticized, judged, or invisible, you learn not to trust the good moments. And I've spent years trying to unlearn that. Trying to believe that maybe, just maybe, I'm allowed to take up space without apologizing for it. 2. I crave connection, but I panic when I get it. There's a name for this, the push-pull dynamic. I want to be seen. But the moment someone looks too closely, my heart races. I feel exposed, so I distance myself, not because I don't like them, but because closeness feels like danger. And then, when I'm alone again, I miss them terribly. It's exhausting to constantly bounce between needing love and fearing it, but this cycle doesn't mean I'm manipulative. it means I'm afraid, and I'm doing my best. 3. I overanalyze every detail in a relationship. You said hello differently today. Your reply took longer than usual. You seemed quieter on the call, and now I'm spiraling. My brain reads into every pause, every silence, every word. It's not about being dramatic. It's about hypervigilance, a survival mechanism. I've been hurt by people who once seemed safe, so now I'm constantly scanning for signs that something is wrong, even when everything is fine. It's not that I don't trust you. It's that I don't trust what will happen if I let my guard down. 4. I'm terrified of being a burden. I rarely ask for help. I keep things to myself, because somewhere along the way, I learned that my feelings are too much. That people will leave if I need them, so I try to be low maintenance. I nod, smile, say I'm fine, even when I'm breaking inside, but pretending to be okay only makes the loneliness worse. And I'm learning slowly that needing someone isn't a flaw, it's human. 5. My emotions feel overwhelming, even the good ones, fear, sadness, even joy. They don't just pass through me gently, they hit like waves. My nervous system reacts quickly and intensely. Research shows that people with AVPD often have heightened emotional sensitivity. That means even small moments can feel big, and when I can't process them fast enough, I shut down. It's not that I don't feel, it's that I feel everything, all at once, and that's hard to explain to people who don't live inside this kind of mind. So when I say I'm avoidant, please don't think I'm cold or selfish or impossible to love. It means I've lived through experiences that taught me to protect myself, sometimes by building walls, sometimes by walking away. But inside those walls is someone who loves deeply, feels everything, and is just trying to feel safe enough to stay. Avoidance doesn't go away overnight. It's not like flipping a switch. It's a slow process of rewiring what love means to me. I used to think healing had to be big, a breakthrough, a transformation. But for someone like me, healing is quiet. It's subtle. It's choosing to stay, even when every cell in my body says run. Here are a few habits that are helping me practice closeness without losing myself. 1. I name what I'm feeling, even if I don't say it out loud. Instead of shutting down, I take a breath and quietly say, I'm scared, I feel overwhelmed, or even just, I don't know what to do. Naming it gives the fear less power. 2. I check my story before reacting. When my brain says, they're pulling away, I pause and ask, is this fact or fear? Most of the time, it's just my anxiety writing the script, and I'm learning to rewrite it. 3. I practice small connection, not big leaps. I don't have to pour my soul out all at once. Sometimes it's just sending the message, showing up to the call, letting someone hug me without flinching. Tiny closeness still counts. And it builds trust one moment at a time. 4. I talk to the part of me that's scared, instead of shaming myself for pulling away. I say, I know you're afraid, but you're safe now. You don't have to disappear to stay loved. It sounds simple, but that kind of compassion, it rewrites years of fear. 5. I stop apologizing for being wired this way. Avoidance isn't a flaw, it's a response. A strategy I used to survive things I couldn't control. But survival isn't the goal anymore. Now I want to feel love without fear, safety without silence, closeness without collapse. So if you're like me, someone who wants love but gets overwhelmed by it, start small, start slow. And remember, you don't have to be fearless to heal. You just have to be honest and willing to try. There's something I've had to remind myself over and over again. I'm not heartless. I'm not cold. I'm not incapable of love. I'm someone who learned that closeness wasn't always safe. And now my nervous system remembers that even when my heart wants something different. So if you find yourself pulling away again, if your chest tightens when someone tries to love you, please know this, you're not broken. You're protecting yourself in the only way you knew how, but healing starts when you choose something new, one small moment of connection, one gentle breath when fear rises, one tiny risk toward being seen. That's how I'm learning to stay. Not perfectly, but bravely. Speech balloon if you've ever felt this way, scared of love even when you crave it. I'd love to hear your story. Leave a comment below. Let's make this space a little safer for all of us learning how to connect. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to High Day Psych, because healing doesn't happen alone. It happens together with honest